right, so y'all know we got to timestamp it. It is March 17th, 2026, approximately 11:42 a.m. on that eastern side. We done flipped them poles, so it might be western. Then again, y'all know I don't know, but I know one thing. On that birth certificate or that certificate of live birth, they named us and they put our names in all caps. So that means that they were standing on business when they named us. So I'm D'Amica. It's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. I'm finna open up some portals and reveal some truths. And this read is definitely for our earth signs, okay? The earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So what we're going to do is for each sign, we're going to pull out 9 portals. And once we pull out the portals, we're going to broaden a message for each sign. So if you're going to tap on in, come on and tap on in. Prepare to sit here for a little bit over an hour, as I do get a little long-winded and real descriptive. But yeah, try come on in if you can. If you choose to tap on out, make sure you say yourself a prayer and make sure you pray at least 3 times. Within that same prayer, say it at least 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times to disconnect and cut the cords from the energies that you interact with while you're on this thing called social media, internet, the world wide web, the global web, whatever it is called. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to push into the earth signs. Okay, so this message is for the earth signs. We've already done the fire, right? We've done water, right? Let's see. And we've done air. So this is for the earth signs. What should you be prepared of pushing into this spring equinox here, okay? So let me finish getting set up here while y'all chime on in. Tap on in, tap, tap, tap in. All right, let me get my astrology deck on out. So before we pull on each zodiac sign, we're definitely going to pull on the astrology deck here to see what is going on in the astrology realm of the earth signs there, okay? So earth signs, you're associated with solidity, stability, right? You could be materialistic, as we all are, realistic as you can be, loyal. You bring us down to earth and you are very, very grounded, okay? So let's see what's going on with the astrology. Let me give it a quick shuffle. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. As we get ready to tap into this general collective message for all the earth signs here, the Taurus, the Virgos, and the Capricorns, what kind of messages are they to look out for, right? As we're pushing into the spring equinox, which is ending Gregorian calendar March 20th, what should the earth signs be prepared of, be prepared for, look forward to, all right, be aware of? Whatever it may be, we know that we are all able and stable to receive these messages. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. All right, so speaking of Earth, right? Speaking of Earth, we're going to start with astrology for the overall, all 3 of the earth signs, and then we're going to do each earth sign individually. So we'll see what comes out in astrology, and that's our 4. Okay, so whatever's going on, we got Libra coming out in the energy of these earth signs here. Libra, your spirit animal is a raven. Something about 8 a.m. earth signs, okay? Something about 8 a.m. New beginnings, okay? Health, initiate relationships, light, truth, fresh divine energy. I'm also looking at Pluto and Mars. So Scorpios are in the energy of these earth signs here. And Pluto and Mars is reminding the Scorpios that, hey, we rule over you. So now February is coming out and midnight. So earth signs, something about February at 8 a.m. or midnight, or between midnight and 8 a.m. Now, midnight is representing 12 a.m., a prophetic hour, most potent time of spiritual activities, the thin veil between physical and spiritual realms, wrestling with spiritual challenges, wrestling prayer, key time for intense prayer, receiving divine downloads, and then again 8 a.m. So we got midnight, we got February representing purification, winter, okay, a time for cleansing, purification, and preparing for the coming of spring, okay? So, all right, thank you, Divine, thank you, Spirit. We got all that, and Ophiuchus is out here as well, who is always looking over, as they always try to leave out the 13th constellation, the 13th eon, the 13th bloodline. Yes, they do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tap into our message here. And I read all the comments at the end. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the energy here. Welcome to the frequency. I'm going to go ahead and start with Taurus first. If you have a sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or Capricorn that you would like to be read, then go ahead and comment below. But I'm going to go ahead and start with Taurus here because we're already at 5 minutes on in here. So again, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're coming to you and we're pulling on the Taurus sign. The Taurus energy. What should the Taurus energy look forward to, be expected of with this upcoming spring equinox, ending the first cycle of Mercury retrograde here? Ashe. All right, let's see. Well, let's see. I see you, Cap, so I'm going to do you after Taurus. All right, and again, these messages that are coming out, be aware that they could be of you or your surroundings. Right? Take what resonate and then leave the rest. All right, let's get into it, Taurus. Capricorns will be next. 9 portals is what we need, Divine and Spirit, and that's more than enough. Thank you here. So let's see what we got here. So overall, Taurus, for some, the 8 of Swords is coming reversed here. That's our first column. So this is good signs of maturity, right? Self-acceptance and recognition of your own power and responsibility, especially within your mind here, okay, Taurus? You have an active role in love life, freedom from anxiety, a new job to reach your potential, and the fear may cloud the truth there. So something about fear with the truth may be coming out, but you freed yourself from the past there, right? And again, Libra is also in the energy with the Scorpios within this whole read here. Justice is here. Okay, whatever's going on, Taurus, justice is here. Okay, so fairness, truth. Speaking of Libra being in the energy here, right? Libra sign represents justice, right? My eye. So you got cause and effect, the law of karma, making decisions with careful consideration, accepting the consequences of your past actions for some. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is coming out for some here. Okay, so this is the third column. Once all 9 portals come out, of course, I'm going to flip the camera so you all can see it for your perspective as well. So we got the Queen of Pentacles coming out, and that's representing for some material earthly matters here, okay? Financial aspects of life. Just because it says Queen, hey, you might got a ding-a-ling, all right? And I don't mean in that aspect of where it's catfish, all right? I'm talking about you're generous, you're nurturing, you're comforting, you're practical, you are positive outcome, whether yes or no is spoken, okay? You're caring and supportive figure. You provide for your family and you nurture in all your relationships, all right? And don't pay attention to these flying monkeys coming on in here trying to spam. If they do, trying to spam in these comments, Divine and Spirit, we will handle that at the end when we read these comments and we reverse that shit right back to them, all right? So, thank you all who do comment. You know what I'm saying? Don't comment. Support each other within the comments. That's what this is, general collective consciousness, right? So now the 3 of Swords is coming out, right? So remember that that freed yourself from the past there that came up, right? And the fear is clouding your truth. So Taurus, this could be based around rejection, betrayal, hurt, or discouragement, okay? It's time to think logically and prepare for the experience to minimize the impact of the pain here, okay? Because pain and grief are a normal part of life, which is making us appreciate happiness that we truly have, okay? So it was something about breakups or arguments, conflicts at work, maybe a loss of assets, investments, things like that, sadness and tears. Through the pain, we learn to avoid mistakes. Suffering meant to make us stronger, careful, and vigilant. All right, Taurus. So now strength, Aurora, strength. I'm a July Leo. Strength is coming out here, okay? So strength here is falling under justice, all right? So for those that are fair, you're following the law of karma, cause and effect, as we all should, right? The universal laws, right? Courage is out here. You're following these laws with courage. You're mastering your emotions. You show courage in difficult situations, and you can be gentle, but with firm power, okay, Taurus? You're very compassionate. So the whole suit of wands is coming out. Swan, I don't know, a swan could be relevant here, but a whole suit of wands is coming out, and it's falling under those that are very earthly and financial driven, right? You're focusing on the care and support, right? The nurture in all your relationships. So now you're doing that with that energy, that drive. Remember, that whole suit of wands is representing the fire signs. Okay, so we got Taurus is out here. Infused primal energy is what you have at this time. You have the ability to bring energy in any situation now. You can become a little reckless and a lack of direction, but that's all of us on this journey here, all right? So the Ten of Swords is coming out and it's falling under that column where those that was showing good signs of maturity there, and you freed yourself from the past. Well, the past was about rejection, betrayal, hurt, and discouragement, and it was based around a major disaster caused by a certain force of extreme magnitude. So it was a sense of betrayal, like you got stabbed in the back, but you took all them swords out your back, baby, and then you did like this, charge, and you put them right back where they're supposed to be. You returned that energy. Okay, so no matter how much they had control, they didn't have control over everything. It was beyond their abilities, right? So they're running from karma, and because you freed yourself, they're not only running from karma that they've caused, they've running from the karma that they've caused you. Okay, law and effect is here, baby. Okay, so an untrained individual that was using their mind and weapons for faulty reasons and making mistakes, they caused the breakups, they caused the fire. They was a coward. Okay, yeah. The King of Swords is coming out here. So the King of Swords is falling under the column where it's justice, right? Fair, truth, cause and effect, courage, inner strength, compassion, right? Mental clarity is here. Whatever this column is for you Taurus here, for all of it, Ashe, abundant Ashe here. You are strategizing. You're like an intellectual master. You have a strong grasp of logic and reason, and you're a leader who's making fair decisions here. Okay, your authority is used fairly and logically. And for the last portal for the Taurus is coming out in column number 3, which is the Knight of Wands coming reversed here, right? So remember when I was like, okay, for those that are very generous, for you Taurus signs that are very generous, nurturing, caring, supportive, right? You're nurturing in all relationships, right? And then the suit of wands came out, reminding you that you have the energy, the drive, the willpower, you are infused with primal energy at this time, right? However, you could be reckless and you can lack direction here, right? So now the Knight of Wands is coming out reverse, saying, hey, for some of you, you're getting frustrated and it's causing delays, and it's also causing for some of you to be angry here. Okay, it might be a loss of self-esteem or an unstable relationship, a lack of direction, overconfident about money, wasting funds, all the good stuff that we do to bring hardship on ourselves, okay, outside of whatever else is going on outside of this 3D realm here, okay? So the loss of power, trying to compensate for something you don't have control over, beloved, surrender that. All right, surrender that. So Taurus, let me go ahead and flip this camera so you all can have your point of view. Hold on, my mouth dry. You know my mouth get a shout out to Sam Lab. I fuck with they cold press drinks. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. Let me tighten them on up. And don't forget, whatever's going on within this whole astrology read for the earth signs, we started with Taurus, but whatever's going on, Libra came out in the energy. What up? Y'all know I love y'all. And y'all know I'm going to read them comments at the end. Libra came out in the energy here, okay? And then something about February at midnight at 8 a.m. Pluto and Mars is also out here with the Scorpios, okay? So whatever's going on, it could be significant if you're trying to connect the dots within your own realm here. Within what I'm doing here is I'm connecting the dots. It's a general collective reading, but this is also one storyline within itself here, cosmically, all right? And I also created this channel to reach out to my mysteriously mystical cosmic beings out there whom those don't seem to take their forms too kindly here, but it is what the fuck it is. So we got column 1 here, right? This is column 1. The ones when we was talking about the good maturity, but you freed yourself from the past. The past was talking about that betrayal, that hurt, that discouragement, the breakups, the arguments, the major disasters that was caused by a certain force of extreme magnitude, right? Column 2 is talking about justice, strength, and mental clarity, how you're moving in with this truth, right? Following the laws of karma with compassion, inner strength here, right? You are the authority figure that's you're using your authority fairly and logically here, okay? Just because it say king don't mean nothing. You might not got a ding-a-ling, all right? It's all good. It's energy. Now, this third column for the Taurus signs that we're working on right now is this column was reminding us that for some of you, you're very caring. You're a supportive figure. You provide for your family and you nurture in all aspects, right? And the pseudo wands came out reminding you of that energy, that drive, that inspiration, that passion. You have the ability to bring energy in any situation. Now, you can be reckless and lack direction, whomever you are, Tauruses, right? So then you become frustrated. It causes delays. You getting angry. Some dealing with low self-esteem, unstable relationships, a lack of directions. We wasting our money, overconfident about wasting our funds, overconfident about money. And some of us, we not getting nowhere, right? A total loss of control. Not totally though. You always have control to regain it back. So now we're going to broaden the message. And we're going to broaden the message going column by column with 1603 on that timer. All right. Oh, I just kicked over the archons. A reminder. Archons. A source of power that is not light. A cosmic mistake. Rulers of the worlds they've created of illusions, relentless systems around us maintained by lesser beings pretending to be gods. Their prisons are made of comfort, routine, and pleasure. The 12 thrones, the gatekeepers of illusions, Gnostic systems, Peleona, eons, Sophia, the demiurge. They fell and created the material realm. Your 7 deadly sins and them dirty offers. I kicked all that over though, so I had to make that relevant. We kicking that shit over, right? It's off with your fucking head, right? They have to obey you. They have to obey you. You are in control. Always remember that. So with column 1, we're going to go ahead and put up the tarot deck for right now. And we're going to pull out the oracle deck. And we're going to broaden the message here, okay? All right, so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Which way is this message going to go? I don't know, but thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Right, so we got betrayal. We got a major disaster that was caused by a certain force of extreme magnitude. So within this message, it might get a little heavy here, all right? Because it might be making some of us go back into the past that we already freed ourselves from. But always remember, you are in control. You've already freed yourself. Deep breath in. Hold it. Release. All right, let's get into it. Ashe. All right, column 1. Let's see for the Taurus. Column 1, what's going on? And this betrayal, whatever it was, it could have happened that February between midnight and 8 a.m. here. We got a lot that came out, so we'll see how this is going. I'm looking at Old World Gods is coming out here. Old World Gods. All right. All right. An AB negative bloodline. You are the alchemist, okay? So this could be an AB negative bloodline that's affected here. Intellectual, spirit, and spiritual wisdom, transform energy, sacred geometry, spell work, physical change, hermetic wisdom, combined science and spirituality, okay? And then you got old world gods out here too. You have not slain men, women, or animals, right? Whatever's going on, Taurus. So when it says the alchemist is out here, it could be an AB negative bloodline coming for your bloodline that's working with old world gods here. Stick with me. Or it could be old world gods coming for this AB negative alchemist bloodline here that is in this Taurus energy here. Anyway, we got one single entity changed the course of history. Okay? They are hounded Now they are hounded and driven out, mostly by ultra abolitionists and hoodlums whom they created. So back in the day, they ran out a lot of what you would consider to be the brown people, and a lot of people who were native to their land, calling them hoodlums, right? And they drove them out, they ran them out, and they buried over that land. They created these lakes and things like that, right? Okay, so now distant families is hiding a secret and they overseas, whatever. So we're gonna pull on the family deck. If I come back on later, the family deck will come out. The family, can you trust them deck? All right. While jogging on the campus trail, he attacked me and I didn't live. Okay, so you got an energy that's coming out that's already that's trying to probably cross over here. Okay, I never left you, just close your eyes. The universe is saying I never left you. For some, you may have felt like you've been you're by yourself, and at times when you're going through the dark night of the soul, you are absolutely by yourself. Okay, but universe and divine and spirit is letting you know that you have the universe within you. Right, divine is letting you know I'll never leave you. I've never left your side. I have not falsely accused anyone. No, you have not. And now they were trying to falsely accuse you, whatever's going on. And that distant family that's overseas hiding secrets, I put it to the side there. So I'm looking at it at the side, and you got somebody that's probably side-eyeing you. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we got the hawk in the energy on their motherfucking ass. And hey, them alphabet boys, you better check that motherfucking burnt-in address. Whatever's going on with this family that's overseas, hiding secrets that ain't hitting no motherfucking more. The hawk is on your ass. Oh, look at this. The Illuminati can't even get it out. The Illuminati Army Air Force is in the energy. Look at that shit. I got to do some more research on that. That's why it's blank like that. We got the hawk. The hawk is saying, focus to have clear visions and perspectives. I am the spirit messenger delivering you some messages. The hawk sees it all. The hawk is on their motherfucking ass. Whatever's going on with that distant family that's hiding secrets overseas and shit, that's causing this pain, that had caused that pain. Again, it says major disaster caused by a certain force of extreme magnitude, right? And then you got these job jokers coming out in the energy here, thinking that they are of extreme magnitude. They even call themselves things like elite and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That should be like, what the fuck? We got column 2 coming out. Thank you, column 1. We're gonna go ahead and put column 1 to the side. We got column 2 coming out here. And don't forget, Libra's in the energy. Scorpio is also in the energy with this Taurus energy, right? Pluto, Mars, something about February between midnight and 8 a.m. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Let's go ahead and cut it in half here. What's going on with this? Column 2 is pretty straightforward here. Right, they making, whoever you are, Taurus, and the column 2 energy, you're making decisions with careful consideration, and you're accepting the consequences of past actions. Right, you have the courage, the inner strength. You're mastering your emotions. You're showing courage in difficult situations, and you're at an intellectual mastery with it. Right, in the mind, you dig what I'm saying? You're strategizing. You have a strong grasp of logic and reason. You are a leader who is making fair decisions. Ashe. Let's see what's going on with this column 2 here. Column 2 is pretty much straightforward, but let's see what's coming out of the oracle deck here. What kind of messages could we have? Oh, okay. Coming out of the oracle deck here. I know that's right. You got Smokey coming out with a message saying, you got this, man. Yeah, whatever's going on, you got this. I know that's right. Because you are of the sun. I told you Ophiuchus is sitting right out here. The serpent bear, here comes the equator. The equator bringing you that balance, okay? That perfect equilibrium between light and day. Okay? Because they educated but broke. Right? You are rich in wisdom. That third eye, baby. That third eye, whatever's going on, right? The invisible eye, right? Located in the, what they say, the forehead, perception beyond ordinary sight, navigate through portals out this mother jugger. Look at you. Look at them motherfuckers talking about, can I come visit your house? Witches and warlocks. No, the fuck. You can't even make it in the motherfucking energy field. The fuck? Their mask had fallen off. I know that's right. I know that's right. Whooping ass off this bitch. Later on, I'm gonna post a little short about all the earthquakes that's been happening globally that they're not reporting. Okay. Thank you, column 2. That was amazing, column 2 and column 1. Thank you. Now, column 3. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the Capricorns. Column 3, we're talking about caring and supportive figures, right? Generous, nurturing, comforting, practical, providing for your family, right? The whole suit of wands came out saying you have the drive, the willpower, the creativity, right? You are infused with primal energy at this time. However, you could be reckless, right? You could be reckless and lack direction. That's life. That's the journey, right? But that caused you to be frustrated. It caused delays and you're angry, right? It's a lot. It's for some, it's a loss of self-esteem. We all go through it. You dig? It's a loss of self-esteem, a lack of direction. You ended up wasting funds and you was overconfident about your money showing up. You know what I'm saying? Earth sign. You know what I mean? And we talking about a Taurus at that too. So you ended up not getting anywhere. And it was a loss of power trying to compensate for something you didn't have any control over, right, Taurus? So now we're going to go ahead and broaden the message with the Oracle deck to see if you all can decode it, if it's resonating with you or not. But you know, I created this channel for my mysterious, mystical, unknown cosmic beings out there, right? It's a frequency. It's called a channel. Yeah. Ashe. All right, let's get into it. What's going on, right? Overconfident about the money. Oh, what's that? Something about a golden generation in Hong Kong. We global out this bitch. But something about the golden generation, the golden era. Okay, karma arrived in a big way. Whatever's going on, karma arrived in a big way. Maybe causing you the frustration and delays. All of their loved ones suffered. Okay. Whatever caused you the frustration, the delays, whatever caused you to be angry. And when it says something like this, all their loved ones suffered. I'm going back to the wasting funds and overconfident about money. Maybe within this situation, for some of you Taurus, you weren't even spending the money on yourself. Yeah, I hope to harness AI to use data across agencies to get a firmer grasp on the issue here. So we got McCuskey. Somebody's using AI or some shit to get a firmer grasp on the issue. They're trying to use AI, right? But you're part of a divine bloodline. And they part of them goddamn archons. They part of 12, whatever's going on. David coming out telling they're part of me and you're part of a divine bloodline and they have to obey you. They have to obey you. Okay? So our lineage, the divine bloodlines, the lineage provides you with foundational energy. It guides you towards higher purpose, connecting you with the past. Blood types really influences your personality, your strengths, and even your spiritual gifts. And again, the A negative bloodline came out here earlier, okay? The alchemist. So whatever's going on, alchemize the shit out of this. All right, thank you, Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. Now we're going to move on to the Capricorn. Moving on to the Capricorn. Capricorn, bring that ass here. So remember, Capricorn, overall, we did an astrology read. Something about Libra, right? A raven could be relevant. The dates, September 22nd through October 23rd could be relevant. February between midnight and 8 a.m. something could be relevant. And then also Scorpio is out here with you, Capricorn, and Pluto and Mars. All right, so let's go ahead and pull out the tarot again. Pull on tarot here. All right, let's give it a couple. Let divine and spirit mix it on around, Capricorn. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. We're here with the energies of the Capricorns. So what should they be aware of pushing into the Mercury retrograde? Pushing out of Mercury retrograde into the spring equinox here. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Ashe. All right, 9 portals for the Capricorns, and then we're going to go ahead and push into the Virgos after this. We're at 29:30 on that timer. 29:30. I thought that was pretty cool. 29:30. Somebody might be 29 or 30 years old or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a numerologist. I love numbers though. But shout out to those that are into the numbers, baby. All right, so we need 9. We'll see what we got right here. Numbers, science, all that good stuff. All right, so we got the 10 of Cups is coming out first, Capricorn, okay? So the 10 of Cups is talking about, woo-wee, let me hold something. For some of you Capricorns, all your dreams, your wants, your needs, and your wishes are fulfilled. You're taking the next step in your relationships, whether it's work, love, social, it's camaraderie at work, financial stability. Let me hold something. Information in the description box. You have a complete sense of satisfaction. Take a moment and breathe, right? Look around, hug yourself, and be thankful. Learning how to love oneself, feeling of having enough. You're not in survival mode. Here's what I'm going to add on to that. Be cautious of this energy right now, whatever's going on, Capricorn. All right. They be like little motherfucking leeches. They can smell your ass a mile away. You are pure. You are pure. All right, so the 5 of Swords is coming reverse for some Capricorns, okay? So that's talking about, for some, you want a particular period of a conflict to be over and you want an open dialogue. There may have been some sabotage there, okay? Loosening or financial tension. There's relief, though, okay? So for some, you understand that winning is not everything, and you're not capable of focusing your energy on positivity and structure. So some of you is trying to get back together with somebody. All right. So, or something, or an investor or a project or something, but you're trying to get, or an addiction or something here. It's something that's pulling, I feel it. It's something pulling you back. And I ain't saying whether it's good or bad. I'm just saying something's there in the mind there. It's pulling you, okay? So for some, you got the 5 of Pentacles coming out. So Capricorn, what this is saying, for some of you, you are in the energy of hardship, right? Insecurity, deep loneliness, or you were, okay? Or this is what's to look out for. You dig what I'm saying? So it's times of hardship and insecurity, deep loneliness, illness, poverty, or loss. It's a feeling of being cursed, right? Bad luck. You can't shake the energy off easily. Past mistakes could be haunting you, okay? And you may be isolated from a lot and very distant from some. You may feel outcasted, and bankruptcy is here for some, okay? Whatever that may be. The status may take a turn for the worse in the future if it's not nipped in the bud. So this is a chance of losing something significant, like a finance, a home, a love, a partner, something here, okay? So this is why we say, what should we look forward to transitioning into the spring equinox, right? And this is their Gregorian calendar here. So with Mercury retrograde ending, you can already see that life is starting to come back with the trees, the plants, the animals, the bees are back out. So things are picking back up here. So this is like a warning for some Capricorns here. So for the Capricorns that all your dreams and needs and your wishes are fulfilled, the 7 of Cups is coming out, right? Take a moment and breathe and look around and hug yourself and be thankful, right? You are learning how to love oneself, but with the 7 of Cups coming out, it's talking about its choices, its fantasies. It could be illusions out there, okay? Many options, but you could be lacking clarity, right? You could be getting lost in daydreams, and you could be facing tempting but unrealistic possibilities. So protect that 10 of Cups energy. And when it first came out, that's why I added that on. Protect that goddamn energy, because they coming. Right? It's their job to come and test you, whatever it may be. You should be honored. And that's some fucked up shit to say, right? But it's the truth. You should be honored. And you passing the motherfucking test. All right. So you got the Hierophant coming out here. And each of my portals are handwritten because they all have different messages on them. Okay. So for this Hierophant here, for those that wanted a particular part and period to be over, it was conflict, sabotage, open dialogue, but it's like tension, but relief over finances maybe, but it's all in the mind, right? This is over tradition, conformity, religious belief that caused the self-sabotage for some, right? It was conventional wisdom, established institutions, and you're learning from proven methods that you're creating, if that makes sense, right? So you're jumping outside of what you were taught here or what you believed, right? You feel like that may have been the sabotage here, right? But you feel betrayed. Whatever's going on with this energy, you want this particular part to be over. You feel betrayed. But however, it feels like you also did some betrayal as well. Okay, so now, and that's a 13. Whoever got that 49, Kim West, you are divine. That 49 is a 13. 4 plus 9 is that 13, baby. So we got 10 of Wands coming reversed, right? And this is for those that was dealing with the times of hardship. It was isolation, it was past mistakes that could have been haunting you, or this is the energy that's around you here. Okay, they're burdened by circumstances that's not necessary in their life. It's time to take time to go inward to allow you to process what's bothering you. So with this situation here, the feelings of being cursed, the past mistakes that's haunting you, you got to surrender that shit, whatever's going on with that, beloved, because if it didn't add value, it's time to let it go. Okay, the failure to share the burdens and to release is what's holding you back, beloved. Surrender it. Okay, you're going to find support and you're going to find relief from whatever financial burden that is here, but you got to release that shit and you got to surrender it. All right, the high priestess is coming reversed here. All right, and remember, for some of Capricorns that's in this energy of all your dreams and needs and wishes was fulfilled, you was taking your next step in your relationship. This is pushing forward, right? But then you push it forward. This is what it was saying. This is what it's saying. You started making choices. You started fantasizing. You started illusions here, okay? Right? Now secrets is here. You disconnected from your intuition and you ignored the intuition here. Information is withheld and you keeping important knowledge to yourself. Now, on the flip side, here's what's happening. You are in this 10 of Cups energy, and you got somebody, and this is falling under Libra, bruh, and you got a Libra that's in your energy, and I'm not saying that, but for example, it is falling under Libra, okay? But it could be a Libra in your energy or someone else that's in your energy that has the secrets, that's disconnected from their intuition, that's ignoring their intuitions, right? That wants you to make the illusional fantasies and all those choices that get lost in daydreams and things like that, right? So take it how it resonates and take it how it fits within your own life, within your own realm, within your own world. Okay, so we got the Two of Cups is coming out. And for those that you understood that winning is not everything, right? You're now capable of focusing your energy on the positivity, right? And it was based around tradition, conformity, but you learned from your own proven methods here, right? So now the Two of Cups is saying that there's going to be partnerships that's built on the union of forces with strong connections and balance. Very trustworthy partnerships here, okay? Two coming together, balance with finances. No stress equals support, right? Now, hear that before it comes in fruition into the physicality, that's that relationship you're building with divine and yourself in spirit, okay? You're building that relationship upon yourself, right? So that way you can project that out into the 3D here, okay? So no stress equals support, helpful business partners, helpful relationships, social relationships, you're working as a team, or for some, you start a new relationship, right? The ninth portal is coming out here for those. This is judgment reversed, right? So for those that was in the past mistakes was haunting you, right? And it says you was isolated from lovers, from friends, from society. Basically, you were outcasted, right? Bad luck that you couldn't shake that energy off for some of you Capricorns, right? And then this is falling under Scorpio. So a Scorpio could be in this energy around you, right? Or it could be you, right? But you became burdened. You're going to be burdened by those circumstances that's not necessary in your life. Right, so you'll end up finding that support, but with this judgment coming reversed, God damn it, let me get it out. Somebody might stutter. No disrespect to those that stutter, right? But whatever's going on, motherfuckers trying to hit my motherfucking throat up. I don't appreciate it. Okay, so what it's saying is, be aware of doubting yourself, right? You're being too harsh. Be kind and surrender. Whatever's going on with this situation here, it's going to cause missed opportunities, a loss of momentum. It's going to cause you to fall behind. You might be too busy to reflect, so it's time to forgive yourself. Fuck them. Whatever's going on, let them energies go. All right. They don't give a fuck about you. Whatever's going on, you have to let them go. All right. Because you've been too critical of your own past actions. Trust the process and the progress, right? Move with pride and confidence, right? Less caution. All right. Less caution, right? You holding yourself back, whatever's going on. All right. So now let's go ahead and put the tarot cards on up. We got our tarot that's out for the Capricorns here. So now I'm going to flip the camera so you can see from your point of view how the 9 portals are out here, and how I said it fell under Libra, it fell under Pluto, Mars, Scorpio, and then February midnight and 8 a.m. Was talking about that particular period of a conflict wanting to be over and all that good stuff. All right, so let me rearrange the cheeks. And y'all know I'm going to read the comments at the end, and y'all know I love y'all. All right, so don't forget, for you, because it's always going to be out here, the serpent bearer. He's always, that energy is always going to be out here representing divine truth here, all right? And, you know, I represent the lost souls. But anyway, back to the read. We got the Capricorns are out here, right? So we did the astrology read. You got Libra, Scorpio, Pluto, Mars. You got February sometime between midnight and 8 a.m., all right? Here's our 9 portals that we're working with here. And this is why I said whatever's going on with that high priestess coming reverse, it could be a Libra involved, right? A Libra that's in your energy in this high priestess reverse energy, or Capricorn, if you're in this energy, you came for a Libra that was in this energy. Okay? Whatever it may be. Column 1 is here. Right? Let me scoot them up a little bit more. This is column 1. This is column 2. Okay. And this is column 3. So now we're going to broaden the message for column 1. And eventually I'm going to give me a little table and a chair and a little setup. But we gradually growing, as y'all can see. And I think I bring y'all along with me during this little growth period. From when I was at the hotel, from when I was at the other house, leaving the other house, to all that good stuff. So, yeah. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We got this column 1 that's out here. We're going to pull in this Oracle deck. We need at least 4 more messages revolved around this column 1. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Right? So it was like many options, right? Whoever was hiding this, got the secrets and ignoring their intuitions, they knew they had many options, but they was lacking that clip. Look, identity theft coming out this motherfucker. I told you, whatever's going on, they disconnect the information withheld, keeping important knowledge to themselves. This fucking bitch, this fucking whoever it is, they just try to choke me up. They ain't try, they did. Oh, shit. Damn. Whatever's going on, they scammers. And they steal info from unsecured and secured sites online. Like business records, personal records at work, personal information in your home, and inside sources are selling your information. They're going through trash of your home or workplace and the public trash dumps. Damn, they chopped the shit out my goddamn neck. I'm trying to tell you. It happened in the Bahamas. It's time to investigate. They're already investigating. Yeah, whatever happened, it happened in the Bahamas. And that Libra is involved, definitely. Heavy. It's something about February midnight, between midnight and 8 a.m. A Scorpio was either there too. I don't know, but a soldier. This motherfucker might have been in the army, military, or something like that. But a soldier is here. Now, the soldier is representing the other man. A person in authority, professional, battle over issues, professional dealings. Anyone that wears a uniform, news coming from this person is more formal, okay? This man will love you and leave you. A playboy. Impose thoughts, feelings on others, discipline, structure. And somebody just said, yup, outside. All of this because of your faithfulness, whoever you are. Capricorn, all of this over your faithfulness, right? Faithfulness representing good news. All this over your good news, your positive results, an announcement. You pass the loyalty test, your intuition, your generosity, your fidelity, protection, strong values, and good intentions. It's enabling you to move forward in the world here. Success, whether this Libra is a man, woman, male, female, them or they are involved in this shit. Because these grounding stones is coming out here, crystals. They're going to ground you in prosperity, block negative energies, and help remove thoughts that prevent prosperity. So citrine and black tourmaline is coming out here, okay? Tourmaline. And then we got sandstorms. Yeah, these motherfuckers going down. They going down. Something about Yellow National Park and Tobago Main Ridge Forest Reserve. I'm going to read that. The divine masculine and feminine have allied. We got sandstorms. North Africa, Middle East, Central Asia, China. It represents neglect, dust, poor management, Sahara Desert, as above, so below. Increased disease, fallow systems, particles, poor farming, prolonged drought. And then I'm looking at Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, 44.60 degrees north, 110.50 degrees west, March 1st, 1872, 4,744,353 victims, 2,219,790.71 acres. And then, of course, you were looking at Tobago Main Ridge Forest Reserve. And don't forget the distant family is also out here that was hiding overseas, hiding secrets and shit. Yeah. Okay. That was column 1. Thank you, column 1. All right, Capricorns, column 2, right? You want a particular period to be over. It was conflict, sabotage here. It was based around tradition, conformity, religious beliefs to self-sabotage for some. It was conventional wisdom, established institution, but you're learning from proven methods that you've created here, okay? So that caused you to get partnerships that was built on the union of forces, strong connections with balance here. And let me see. I'm trying to put it down without the phone falling there, but it's gonna fall over. Starting a new relationship. For some of you, you're working as a team. Helpful business partnerships. It's like no stress with equal support. All right, Capricorn. So let's figure out what more can we get from this. God damn. Look, even though we ending the first cycle of Mercury retrograde, I'm trying to tell you, somebody stuttered. And that's just reminding us to just take our time to think about what we're trying to say or allow it to come out. But my mind be like, pew, 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 pew. Ashe. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, that's good. Let's see what this is. All right, so whatever's going on, you are the master alchemist, right? You are the master alchemist. All cities are connected through the underground tunnels. To harm and deceive people in divine purposes. Hashtag lost souls want answers. A necessary period of withdrawal for introspect. So somebody going through the dark night of the soul. It was a necessary period that you had to go through for introspective for yourself, right? Because you were blindsided by another spirit. Okay? Their bloodline is part of an ancient creation of the demiurge. Activism now. The family is hiding an ancient secret that's being revealed. Thank you, column 2. Move in silence. Whatever's going on, move in silence. Yeah. They like when we react. And then when we react, they say we're overreacting. Surrender it. Let divine and spirit whoop that motherfucking ass. All right, so Capricorns, for some that was going through that insecure time, that deep loneliness, that illness, it was poverty, right? It was like bad luck energy that you just could not shake the fuck off, right? And it was burdened, you were burdened by circumstances that were not even your own for some of you, right? If it didn't, divine experience saying, if it didn't have value, you got to let it go. If it ain't added value to your life, your spirit, your soul, your heart, you let it go. Okay, let it go. So for some that's not going to make that choice to let go, you're going to end up doubting yourself, right? And it's time for you to be kind to yourself. You're being too harsh, beloved. Be kind, all right? Because it's going to cause missed opportunities, a lost momentum that's going to cause you to fall behind, right? We're not doing it. We're not falling back, right, beloved? We're springing forward, right? So whatever's going on, you might be too busy to reflect, right? Forgive yourself. Surrender. Forgive yourself. Surrender, beloved. That's all. Anything that's out of your control that you can't handle, whatever's going on, Capricorn, surrender it, okay? Move with pride and confidence, right? Less caution. Trust the process and the progress, all right? Because you may have been too critical of your own past actions. And just because it came out, I'm going to read my poem called Trust the Process and the Progress. It's called hashtag reverse the negative. All right, hold up. This is my Bible. That's my little Bible. But thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, we need 4 more. You astro projecting. You astro projecting. Yes, you are. I know that's right. You are under divine protection. You are under divine protection here. Always give thanks to all the demons who have joined the divine here, okay? When they say divine protection, they have to obey the divine. They are protecting you as well. Whatever's going on with this situation here. The 3 suns rising. Planet X is out here. Shout out to Planet Nibiru, right? Yo, you're heavily protected. Whatever's going on here, you are heavily, yeah. The fucking Starfleet came out. God damn you. Because you're drawn to therapy. You want the help. Oh my goodness. Yo, this is a divine message here. The Starfleet, a secular paramilitary exploration and defense force in Star Trek, a shining beacon. Humanity can constantly improve, right? Duty to truth, a secular philosophy centered on human potential, unity, and ethical progress. An endless search, community, agents of peace, okay? Humans can overcome base instincts like war, poverty, and greed, okay? Got the whole Starfleet energy out you with you, beloved. You want the help. Whatever's going on, Cap. Shout out to you. You want the help. I know that's right. Spring forward, beloved. We ain't falling back. Spring forward. All right. We got Virgo. Virgo, bring that ass here. Oh, wait. Because it said trust the process and the progress. In a second. Before Virgos, hold on. All right. And it's poorly edited. That's how you know it's my book. It's poorly edited. It ain't got no page numbers and shit. Wouldn't nobody help me. They was hating on me and shit. So I had to self-publish. That's all right. Barnes and Noble giving me a hard time with my motherfucking Bible. But don't worry. I'm going to get it back up on that goddamn platform. Anyway, trust the process and the progress. Open your eyes during this period of travel. Bright lights, beeping machines, to a mother or a parent, you are handled. Trust the process. You are to be fed what they feed, believe what they see, and sacrifice your every belief. Trust the process. You are to be stripped from your childhood to be raped, groped, persecuted, and mauled. Then smile as if nothing happened. going shopping for clothes, candy, or video games at the mall. Trust the process. You are to be educated to be slaves and create neighborhood gangs, then turn race against race just to stray away from the Big Bang. Trust the process. You are to forget your ancestral histories to believe in the religious mysteries of incest, inbred, pedophilia, and hypocrisy. Trust the process and the progress. Open your eye during this period of travel. The wrath of Anu, aka Theos, aka Thanos, parts of the sun broke, forming vortexes that their bloodlines they just can't handle. Trust the process and the progress. Polar ice caps melting, cyclones, volcanoes, earthquakes, and heat waves, factories, churches, and labs on fire, reflecting they are digging their deep graves. Trust the process and the progress. They've sacrificed and killed for fear, children, blood, labor, and organs, just to name a few. And the ones who resemble me, trust me, nigga, we ain't never forgetting about you. How you are actually the shape-shifting puppet master. And along with the 12 bloodlines, nigga, your ass is decimated too. See, trust the process and the progress. With one snap, the wrath of Anu, aka Theos, aka Thanos, welcomes you to this new era in travel where we are given what is rightfully ours and we orchestrate the battle, revealing how all along we've been worth more than your livestock and cattle. We must trust the process and the progress of Mother Nature, the universe's divine, the ancestors to dismantle because it's the spirit. I said it's the spirit. No questions asked. It's the spirits that they just can't handle. So just trust the process and the progress. Ashe. All right, so that was for now let's get into the Virgo. Let's get into the Virgo read real quick. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We forgot to snap. I ain't get a lot of that when I was out there doing poetry, right? A lot of folk was hating, right? Okay. So thank you. If you say to hear that, thank you. You know what I'm saying? It means a lot. It definitely do. Virgo, bring that ass here. Come here. I don't want to hear that shit. Come here. Come here, Virgo. Come here. We're going to pull out 9 portals for Virgo, okay, for the energy of Virgo. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to the energies that's coming through with their truths with this Virgo energy here. Don't forget, we got distant family is also hiding secrets overseas now. Scorpio's out here. Pluto, Mars, Libra, okay? A raven is somewhere overlooking the scene, and something happened in February between midnight and 8 a.m. Ashe. All right, what should you look forward to? Transitioning into the spring equinox, Virgo. Ooh, what the fuck? I'm not laughing at what I saw. I'm laughing at how it came out here, okay? So we're looking for 9 portals, the top 9 portals that I see here. What's this? Give me a second here. First one coming out is the 10 of Pentacles, right? So the 10 of Pentacles is talking about whatever's going on for some Virgos. This is over legacy, roots, family, inheritance, right? You've taken the long, slow, and steady road, right? This is about tradition. We're dealing with performance and satisfaction. Efforts and hard work have not gone unseen. Everything's working out, okay? You don't take shortcuts, and your legacy is sure to stand for quite a long time to come. I know that's right. The Lovers is coming out. For some Virgos here, this is talking about, it could be a Gemini involved here, okay? Libra also here, Scorpio, but it's talking about harmony, attractiveness, and perfection within a relationship, right? It could be a marriage, it can be a situationship, it can be an investment, it could be you and divine. Whatever that relationship is, Virgo is talking about it being balanced, right? Moving forward, that relationship could be balanced, right? Trust and unity gives confidence and strength, empowering the other, right, Virgo? So there's a concept of choice between opposing and mutually exclusive. So somebody got to make up their mind on the importance in their life, okay? Okay, so for some Virgos, the sun is coming reversed here, Aurora. The sun is coming reversed here, and that's talking about blocked joy for some of you, right? And we're going to figure out why or what's going on. And this is looking forward to spring equinox. So these are warnings, right? So that we can prepare ourselves, right? So this is talking about temporary depression, right? A lack of success, difficulty in achieving your goals for some, a dimming of your light, of your inner light, blocked joy. And we're going to broaden the message to see what's going on. So we got temperance coming out, and temperance is falling under, you don't have to take shortcuts. Your legacy is sure to stand for quite a long time. You've taken a long and steady road, right? Your hard works and efforts have not gone unseen. You've remained calm through the chaos and anxiety. For some Virgos, you've mastered the art of letting go. Moderation and balance is embraced. Extremity is to be avoided, right? You have a clear vision and you know what you want. You have a higher learning, which is critical, and you're able to adapt and work in harmony with others. You found that inner peace, right, with what you are doing, right? The Emperor is falling under the Lovers here. So for those that's in that balanced relationship, investment, partnership, situationship, marriage, the authority figure is in control here, okay? It could be an Aries here, regulation, order, organization, a father, right? A strategic thinker who plans and execute diligently here, okay? They're serving the divine woman, and they're creating rules and systems here that are made of structure here, equal structure here. They symbolize masculine principle here, okay? The Knight of Swords is coming reversed, and that's falling for some of your Virgos out there that's dealing with that temporary depression, or could be dealing with that temporary depression here. It's because you were rude. You were aggressive, right? You're rude, you're aggressive, you could be a bully, right? So this is a warning to stop that shit, right? You lack direction, it's scattered, you're scattered, and you're disorganized and unprepared. Fraud is here, scams is here, coercion is here, shady deals is here, aggressive partner, intimidated at work, causing intimidation at work, and you still have a lot of miles to walk, whoever you are, despite how old you are, whatever's going on. So the Queen of Cups is coming out here, and the Queen of Cups is talking about that the one that has the Virgos that have mastered the art of letting go here. You have a clear vision of, you know what you want, okay? And you found inner peace with what you're doing. You're very empathetic, right? You're using your intuition, and you're very emotionally nurturing, right? Emotional fulfillment. You're very secure, devoted, loyal, and you're focused on your own emotions, right? Very empathetic. And my ear, hold on, tune it down. My ears are ringing. Hold on, Divine. Thank you. Thank you. And sometimes if your ears are ringing, y'all, and it's ringing a little bit too much, it's definitely messages coming through, confirmations. You just got to simply ask them, tune that down. It's a little bit too much. Or the headache come with it, tune it down. It's too much. But that was a divine message right there for that. Whoever these Virgos are, is based around your family, your legacy, right? Your foundation, right? Your tradition, your stability, right? Your performance, all your hard works and your efforts have not gone unseen here. And you still ending off secure, devoted, loyal here, okay? Now, for some that's in this this relationship of trust, you joined in a marriage or other intimate, close relationship, partnership, investment, you and divine. There's an authority figure that's in control there, but they're following your lead. Like if this is a man and a woman, the man is following the woman's lead here, okay? Or if it's like same sex situation, it's always going to be one that's more feminine than the other here, without changing who they are type situation here. So the one that's more authoritative, right? The strategic thinker, that's the one who's going to plan and execute diligently. So this Ace of Swords is reverse, coming talking about one of y'all thoughts is very confusing, unsure, and chaotic, right? Whatever's going on, it's not a good time to make choices because there's no clarity and it's causing failure. Whatever's going on in this love relationship, it might be this emperor right here who's in control here, who's supposed to serve the divine woman here, because it's talking about or it could flip the roles. It's talking about legal documents, prepared to take baby steps and work methodically to achieve your goals, Virgo. Because it might be causing you to clash. You're clashing or boredom at work, and you may want to act on your impulse, but you're warned not to do that. Lay back and rationally think your way through each step and stage, okay? And then the Hangman is coming out for the 9th tarot portal. So this will end us in tarot for all the earth signs. We're going to pull on the oracle deck for all 3 columns for this Virgo here. But Virgo, for those that are dealing with the temporary depression and shit, and temporary dimming of your inner light and the blocked joy, it was due to you being rude here, okay? And you were a bully, okay? You still have a lot of miles to walk, so divine and spirit is putting you in the hangman position here, okay? And this position is a sacrifice that's needed to progress forward. It is this time here, the time here is not wasted, right? This is the dark night of the soul. All right. And this is where you have to go because you've been arrogant and ruthless. You've been vicious with it too. Like you took charge, and these frauds, scams, shady deals, coercions, you was disorganized at that, and you lacked direction. Okay. Very impulsive. So this hangman position is offering you an opportunity where your actions and your decisions will be postponed, even in urgency, so you can slow down and reflect. So you're not rushing. It's a period of indecision here. Okay. Yeah, because you got to suspend a lot of actions here, whatever's going on, Virgo. All right, so now I'm going to flip the camera so y'all can have y'all point of view. Let me tighten it on up here. Y'all know I'm going to read them comments, and y'all know I love y'all. All right, so Virgo, first column is right here, and or a Libra could be involved. The dates, September 22nd through October 22nd, could be relevant. The Lovers, the Emperor, the Ace of Swords reversed. Something about February, midnight between 8 a.m. This is column 2. Now we're going to column 3. And column 3 is reminding us that Scorpio is also in an energy, Pluto, Mars. All right, now we're going to broaden the deck. Broaden the message with the oracle deck. All right, column 1. Let's see what's going on here, right? And column 1 is pretty straightforward. It's talking about the Virgos here. It's talking about this is over my motherfucking family, my ancestry, my inheritance, right? Legacy, foundation, right? You work hard for that, right? You remain moderate and balanced, and you embrace that. You've mastered the art of letting go as well, right? You avoided being extreme, and you had a clear vision and have a clear vision. And you know what you want, pushing you into emotional wisdom. You're focusing on your own emotions. You're loyal. You're secure. You're devoted. Okay, so let's see what's going on. What to avoid? What should we look forward to, Virgos? Ashe. All right, we got all birthrights are given back. All dues are paid. So whatever's going on here, and remember that distant family that's overseas hiding secrets, looking ass over there in the cut, looking like that. We got they're kind but aggressive. So whoever you are, Virgo, you could be kind, but aggressive, and your facial expression says a lot, like mine. So whatever's going on, your facial expression, it says a lot here, okay? So you might have tried to hold something back, or you ain't holding shit back, and your facial expression showing it all. Okay? What? Whatever's going on, Virgo, for some of you, stop letting him touch on you. Stop. For some, you're crying atmospheric rivers, or you have cried atmospheric rivers, or you did stop letting him touch on you. Because remember, it says here that where did it say here? You mastered the art of letting go. Okay? Yeah. Ashe, whatever's happening with that, Ashe. Atmospheric rivers. The largest freshwaters rivers are in the sky. So my theory is we're encapsulated in one big ass bubble, which is in a big ass ocean, which is on top of another ocean, and all this other crazy shit that be going on in my mind, right? So the atmospheric oceans rivers is 15 times more than the Mississippi River. So they can cause mudslides, floods, landslides. It transports large amounts of water vapors from the tropic towards the poles here, okay? But somebody out there crying motherfucking atmospheric rivers, like somebody's crying, like this is really heavy. Someone battling severe and ongoing mental and emotional agony. Maybe because you've walked away, you let go, Virgo. Whatever's going on, you let go. Fuck this. This is over my family, my life. You let go. Fuck that. Let them cry me a river. Fuck that. Oh, let them fucking cry a river. Atmospheric rivers at that. Because their actions are not rewarded. Yours are. And they cannot dim your light anymore. They cannot siphon off of your energy any longer, beloved. Column 2, bring that ass here. What's going on? Bring that ass here. The lovers, right? The lovers. Whether it's an investment, family, whether it's with you and your lover, right? Your situationship, relationship, whatever's going on in that situationship, the authoritative one, the one who's always in authority, somebody is very confused and unsure, and it's very chaotic here, okay? I'm talking about fights, right? And don't act on the impulse, but they trying to fight with you. And this is only the beginning of it. And it's in your mind. What else? Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. It's something about February between midnight and 8 a.m. here, right? Prophetic hour, most potent time for spiritual activities. Then veil between physical and spiritual realm, right? So some may have been wrestling with prayer, right? But new beginnings is here. Initiate relationships is here. Fresh divine energy is here. Let's see what's going on. Right? So the first card that come out is somebody being meddlesome. Right? Somebody's being meddlesome. Right? And they're very depressed and under the weather. It's like they have grief and mood swings. And they trying to project that shit off on you, whoever you are in this situationship, relationship, whatever it is. Because your bloodline and ancient ancestors are so proud of you, for real. And they know this shit, right? They know this shit. That's leaving them very depressed and under the weather. But oh fucking well, cry me a fucking river. Because you have not acted with insolence. They have. Yes, they have. Let me see. Give me a little bit more on that. What? Give me a little bit more, Divine Spirit. We're a little nosy. Yeah, they have. What the hell going on with that? Come here. Bring that ass here. What the hell going on? Their desires clashed with your actions. Okay, right? Now they in sorrow. Now they're in sorrow. Yeah. Because it was risky. It was a no-go to fuck around with your energy like that. It caused money issues. It was a breakup in a relationship, whether it was love, social, work, family, investors, they always cause some type of fucking sorrow. Right now, they betting against all odds and they losing. They unable to see the causes of their problems and their consequences of their decisions. Always trying to push that shit off on somebody else. They a soul that's at war with itself, if they even still have a soul, right? Because they left you at war with yourself. Yeah. What's this? Talking about Hawaii volcanoes and Bathhouse Row, Arkansas hot springs. Okay, 4 parcels of land to preserve, 47 natural hot springs, 1832 federal government. We're looking at collection of bathhouses, buildings, and gardens in the city of Hot Springs. And then Hawaii volcanoes, I'm looking at 1,433,593 victims. Big Island protects Kilauea and Mauna, two of the world's most active lower volcanoes. August 1st, 1916. Okay. Coordinates: 38 degrees no, 19.38 degrees north, 55.20 degrees west. Okay, I don't got no coordinates for Bathhouse Row, but it's in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Maybe somebody from Arkansas, maybe somebody went to Hawaii, maybe it was a vacation there, maybe they on vacation there. Something about Executive Order 52 is coming out here. So they something about nursing home oversight and accountability. Somebody might be in a nursing home, might have family in a nursing home. A nursing home is relevant here, okay? Check on your folk in the nursing home. Go visit them more often. Whatever's going on, they're unable to see the causes from their problems. Once again, they cannot see. You have to go. Floods are here. They crying so goddamn hard, their crown chakra is flooding. It's flooding right now because that's what they made you do, right? But floods are cleansing, purification, renewal, transformation that washes away old habits, beliefs, and feelings. Make way for renewal, purify our depths, growth, destruction here, okay? Yeah. Because this is the rise of the internet was their downfall. Whatever's going on, the rise of the internet was their downfall for some. All right, column 3, bring that ass here. Bring that ass here, column 3. Yep. So column 3 was the ones for some Virgos and your energy. You depressed, right? It's a dimming of your light, block joy, right? Difficulty in achieving your goals because you've been rude, tactless, forceful. You've been a bully, you've been aggressive, you've been vicious, you've been ruthless, and you were fucking arrogant while you were doing it. All right. And that's just what it is. All right, because you have to understand that it's fraud here, scams, coercion, shady deals. Oh my goodness, man! And then now, Divine Spirit still helping you out with a message, right? A spiritual warning telling you it's time for you to sacrifice yourself. You and the hangman, they're going to offer you that hangman position, right? And that position is needed for you to progress forward, right? It's you need to suspend certain actions now. This is a period of indecision. This is a period where you can't rush. You must slow down and reflect because your actions and decisions are postponed even in urgency, right? So they're stalling for certain actions of clarity. They still try to help your ass, whoever you are. With the fraud, the scams, coercion, it sounds like you done did dirty offer after dirty offer after dirty offer after dirty offer, whoever you are, Virgo, or it's in your energy, right? And this is divine messages. The sun came reversed, and then the Knight of Swords reversed was in between the hangman. Like you move, this is some shit that's major in your life, Virgo, whether it's you or it's around you. And then Scorpio was also here, and Pluto and Mars. The distant family overseas is hiding secrets here. Libra also out here. February between midnight and 8 a.m. All right, bring that ass here. Let's see what's going on here. Let's give it cut it in half a little bit here. Yeah, we have 1:18:59 on that timer. All right. So remember the fraud, the scams, the shady deals and shit? So there's matching prints across the states of Florida, Alabama, and Virginia. Ain't no such thing as no motherfucking snitch. You think motherfuckers gonna be dealing with divine and spirit off of your motherfucking shady ass energy, whatever's going on, Virgo? So you have no life of your own. You destiny swap. You done destiny swap with some goddamn body and they calling their energy back on your ass. Damn. Or this is happening to a Virgo and the Virgo is calling their energy back. Okay. Yeah, what I say? Them motherfuckers like as above, so below. I call my energy back. Oh my goodness. Unable because you're unable to see the causes of consequences from your decisions once again. You came for someone's feminine power. What? Virgo, whatever's going on, the feminine power. It's representing powerful, untamed femininity, sacrifice, sacred womb, cost of love, desire for change here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Funny thing is, this ain't funny. And I'm praying for all. Damn, this is heavy. Because no more blood is spilled. This is a rise and fall of nations. God damn, man. I'm gonna leave that right there. I ain't gonna pull no more shit. That was heavy right there, Virgo. We ready to cut the cords, we ready to pray, but these are warnings, right? These are warnings pushing into the spring equinox here, right? Do what we got to do to make sure we do what we got to do. So that way these energies won't come towards us, right? They're going to come and you should be strong enough to be able to redirect them, right? All right, let's see. We pray, y'all. Let me get today's prayer on out here, then we're going to pray our way and cut these goddamn cords and close these energies here. And my box is almost full with the oracle deck, so I'm going to have to shuffle them. Let's see here. All right, this is coming from 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8. Y'all know I'm going to chop and screw it, so if you want to read it your way, 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8. Divine is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will be abound in every good work. All right, let's read over these comments and let us pray. I promise y'all I'm gonna dip my hair. And then again, I promise y'all I'll be procrastinating. And the way my mind goes is I have all kinds of ADHD, bipolar, whatever they want to name, I got diagnosed with it, right? So the way my mind goes is I get bored with one thing, I'll start one project, I'll come back and complete them, but I don't know. So let's go ahead and flip this camera so y'all can look over what we about to pray while I read these comments. Yay! We got Kim West. Welcome to the energy, babe. Said hi in Capricorn. Asias Agui said hi. What up, beloved? Lee _ Young Bach 143. Felix, girl, I'm gonna call 911 because it's illegal to be pretty. Oh, Ashe. That energy is returned back at you, beloved. Candy Bilal said hi. Oh man, Asias said boo. Oh, Asias, back at you. Anna Fiorientin at Lee, what are you looking at that I don't see? Are you saying it's so pretty? You better get your Mr. Magoo glasses on. Oh, Anna, you hater. You a hater. You a hater, Anna. Hey, but on the real, somebody said I look like Florida Evans. That shit had me cracking up. Somebody else said I look like a cafeteria worker. Anna, you better understand that shit don't bother nobody, girl, or boy, or whatever. Them, they, whatever you are, Anna. Energy matches energy. Look out for them shadows. Kim West said hi. 49. What up, Kim? Lakeisha Evans, what up, love? Said hi, sis. Yes, my ex Leo at Roar. My bad for that motherfucker. Okay, Lakeisha Evans said yes. And facts, okay? Always be who you are. Let me remind y'all. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Right? I cut the cords to y'all every fucking second. I don't give a damn what y'all say. You just bring that energy right back to you. So whatever you said about somebody needing to put the Mr. Magoo glasses and put them on and look again, be conscious of the motherfuckers that's great. Look at your ass now, Anna. Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and pray, y'all. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way. On all timelines, on all planes, and on all dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that I am connected to spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck was sent to me, and then it's sent back to its source because we are already sovereign and because we are already free. Any agreements and any contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut. They are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly, collective. I am sovereign. Collective, you are sovereign. Collective, together, we are sovereign. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. It is done because we've already won. And so it is. All right, y'all. So make sure y'all say y'all prayer. Say that prayer. But whatever prayer you're going to say it in increments of 3, 6, or 9, right? Repetitions. Write it down so you can say the same words, different emotions, but say the same words in repetitions of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation, your realization, your dream come alive. Always believe in your magic. You dig? And I love y'all. Much peace, much light, much love. But especially that motherfucking darkness, because dark matters. And if ain't nobody told y'all today, my bad, I am a little late. But I'm telling you now that I love you. And for those of y'all that ain't on this frequency, it's probably for a reason. Because those that is, you felt that love and the energy, y'all. I love y'all. Until next time. We're all in this together once we